Hey guys, welcome back. And today I thought, as a follow-up to that video that I did about the Hohem iSteady Pro 4, which is something that I'm using with my Action 5, I thought I'd give you a glimpse of what other accessories I have for my DJI Action 5. Now, here she is. Okay, and I have actually been enjoying filming on the Action 5, mainly because of the accessories that I have for it. And I'm gonna start off with, look, I already did a video on the Hohem Pro 4, I think is what it's called, yeah. So this is a gimbal that makes my Action 5 a larger version of the Osmo Pocket 3 where I'm filming now. So it allows me to actually do several similar motions, a very smooth capture of video because of this gimbal. This gimbal comes with obviously the gimbal and a mini tripod thing. So that's that. Now, I did have another mobile gimbal that I was initially using with my Action 4, but that didn't work out well. Like some of the movements are limited because it is not meant for an action camera. It is meant for a mobile phone. But anyways, like that one had a tracker. I wish Hohem would come out with an action camera mobile that, first of all, works with DJI, not just GoPro, because that's BS. Why only GoPro? DJI is like the #1 in class at the moment. So I hope they come out with like a firmware update on the Hohem to allow DJI to be controlled via the gimbal and not just, via the Mimo app. But anyway, I digress. I've got a lot of things to say that I wish this thing could do. Like, yeah, have a tracker like other, like there, is it the M6 or the M7 has a tracker, and be able to extend. But that's not a problem actually, because I do have a few mini tripods that I can attach to the bottom of this because it has a 1/4-inch corkscrew screw thing at the bottom. So anyway, yeah. In fact, I will go on to the next thing, which is this one. This is a 3-meter extension pole that I can attach to the gimbal and then use as, an extension pole really, so that I can do some of those like fake drone shots. I'm gonna put in some clips of me actually using these items so that you can see what they're good for, okay? Right, so here it is on an extension pole, and it allows me to do that. And it creates sort of like an aerial shot. I'll put in the clip of what it actually captures while I'm doing this. It's gonna hit my ceiling, so I better stop. So yeah, so this extension pole can be attached to the gimbal so that I can create some of those nice aerial shots if I don't have my drone with me. I do have the DJI Mini 3 Pro as my drone. Okay, now the other thing is, if I don't want it to be too long or I don't need the gimbal, I actually have a selfie stick that works with it as well. This is by Telescene. This is also by Telescene, all from Amazon. If I remember, I'm going to link them in the description box down below. But yeah, so this is a smaller extension or selfie stick. If I can get it to open. Yeah, this is a smaller selfie stick. There we go. That's the maximum that it will go. That's about 1 meter, right? But it also comes with a tripod leg that can be removed and actually fits perfectly to this 3-meter extension pole. So I can actually change it up, and it still folds a pretty good amount. Like it almost doesn't add any bulk to it. So this one is for when I just want to vlog normally and really not need a gimbal for it. Because honestly, the gimbal I would use for specific shots and also at nighttime so that I don't get those jittery motion blur that does my head in when I just use the Action 5 by itself, okay? So the gimbal is kind of reserved for that. Now, you're probably wondering, what is that thing that is connected to your Action 5? This part is magnetic, and it actually is also, just notice that I've got a lot of telecine stuff. This is also by Telecine, and it is essentially, if you have the Go 3S by Insta360, they come with sort of like a pendant thing, right? Well, this is essentially that, just bigger. I got it for my Action 4 before, but now I actually use it for my Action 5. So it allows me to wear it on my chest, and it also allows me to attach this to any metal surface. And because it's got that screw, it also allows me to move it around. Now, bearing in mind that the bottom of the Action 5 is actually also magnetic. So, like, if I'm like doing a cooking bit, I would attach this onto the range hood of my stove, and it would capture the bottom or the stove area, right? But if I needed it to be that way, I'm gonna need an accessory that would allow me to do that. And so this actually works really well. Again, I'm gonna put in a snippet or a clip of me using this, let's say putting it onto my refrigerator or something like that, so that it shows you what it actually can do. Now, the other things, as you can see, I've got the DJI mic too, but I actually have the combo. So what I have done is I've assigned this one, which is mic number 2, and I've got a little sticker at the back that tells me which microphone it is. This is mic number 1, and I've assigned this to the Action 5, and mic number 2 is assigned to the Pocket 3 when I'm filming. So yeah. I also have the charging case, which I bought separately. I didn't buy the Adventure combo before, so I bought this separately. It tells me that the batteries inside are fully charged. I've got the 2 batteries that are the older versions, because I had bought batteries for my Action 4 separately, and then I bought the case, because honestly, at first I didn't think about needing that, but as I used my action cameras more, I realized I actually needed more juice. And so I bought these separately. So when I sold my Action 4, I didn't actually sell the batteries with it. So I've still got the batteries. And this comes very handy. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about are filters. I think these are newer. So I don't really buy those fancy freewell stuff because they're too expensive for me, and they pretty much do the same thing, they're like sunglasses for your camera. Essentially, when it's too bright outside, you can use, and these come in varying strengths, so you can use them depending on how much light you want to take away to correct your exposure. So yeah, I also have the CPL version, and I also have, I think it's attached, it's attached onto the Action 5, and that is a black mist diffuser, black diffusion, and it's a quarter strength, 1/4, yeah. And what that does is it softens the scene, okay? Because this camera is very sharp. Like, I've already done the reduction of the sharpness and noise on the settings, like the -2 thing. But it still comes across quite sharp for me, so a black mist diffusion works really well for that. It creates that softness and makes it a little bit more human and natural. Yeah, so those are my accessories for my Action 5, and that's what helps me to create the videos that I have. If you have any questions or suggestions on other things that I should be looking at for my Action 5, please leave them in the comment section down below. Yeah, so in the meantime, have a great day.